small. It was a small thought by Greta Thunberg which started a climate change revolution, someone as young as her. So following everything that has been said by the four of you, now I would like to call upon Major Abhimanyu, who has served in 14 corps operating regiments in Leh Ladakh, and nowadays he is the commanding officer at 2 Army Headquarters Signal Regiment. Please come.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure and privilege to be a part of this dialogue, which is regarding the role of youth in localizing sustainable development goals. I would like to thank Mr. Shailesh, Mr. Manav, Mr. Shailesh, who is founder of Youth of India organization, and Mr. Manav, who is on the dais. And I further appreciate the presence of all the dignitaries who are here. And because Ms. Hawa is here in India, so I would like to welcome her also. She is Chief Civil Society Unit Department of Global Communication, United Nations. And it gives me more privilege that I'm here among you, the most passionate and vibrant audience which I could have got. We really move out in such forums, but before this we had a word. On a very short notice, I thought okay, I must place myself there because there are so many permissions which are required to move out because I belong to such an organization. Then I thought okay, let's make use of this opportunity to interact with such wonderful audience and amazing people, those who are sitting here on the dais. And I'll take things in small slots. When we say the role of youth in localizing sustainable development goals, what comes to my mind was youth, localizing, and SDGs. That's what we are here to discuss about. When it's about youth, I'm not, again, I'll mention the same, I'm not that old, I'm still in my 30s. And when it comes to youth, I come from the land of Mahabharata, that is Kurukshetra. We discuss things in those slots. You'll be able to relate that Kali Yuga and that Yuga, Sati Yuga and all these things. This is an era of youth. And when we say youth, I don't feel like placing this term in brackets of age. It's not, I relate with. You have to be young with your thought, with your ideas, with your action. That's what youthfulness is all about. It has to come from you. If my father is more innovative than me, and he's more dynamic than me, I will still treat him as more youthful than me. Because that's what youthfulness in youth is all about. And a very, very small example which I used to quote everywhere, wherever I meet, because we all come from the similar background. If not much, as it was being termed, okay, few were privileged, few were struggling. Let it be anybody. But those who come from same scenario, schooling, then college, then job, then they wish to contribute to the society. I really don't relate with that. Reason being, if you'll give a look to the history or forget history, take yourself as an individual. Schooling is one phase. The struggle in life is about homework. A teacher has given a note, the homework not done, writing was not good. These are the issues of life. Na? Okay. That's what we are struggling for. Okay. My parents should be happy that I have been performing really well. So, initial phase of almost 17 to 18 years, the agendas of life are like homework, boards, marks, grades. That's what we are stuck in between. And suddenly, then you'll realize that the day I'll get into a good college, as lot many of you are sitting here, God just bless me with Hansraj, freedom, I'll be blessed. Game over. Parents are like, just go to a good college, things will be okay, you'll be on a right track. Suddenly, when you land up in college, then again a different struggle starts. Because you'll be informed about these things, job, this, that. Again, you are stuck. Okay. Level 2, Mario level 2 starts. Have to look for a job, and that too a good job. And very few are fortunate, those who can work there in Netherlands and all. Because that's how things are. I'm talking like it as an individual who has come from the same platform where everybody is, majority is stuck in this. So youthfulness and youth is, it is a phase, and suddenly you'll realize that by the time you'll reach 25, you'll be like done with few of the things. Okay, now I've got a job, I'm working there in Bangalore, I'm earning good enough because my parents were giving me rupees 5,000 per month. Now I'm earning 50. I'm on my own. Things are comfortable. Then again a new era starts. You'll be married. Things will change. Things will suddenly change. By the time you will be in your 40s or later 40s, you'll realize that I'm in the same space where my parents were. Now I'm bothered. My children should do well. And this when you slot this duration of your whatever we say, whether I wish everybody lives more than 100, but even though nowadays if it's 70 or 75 or 60, the major part of your life goes haywire in these small struggles. And I always wish, and I wish to convey, this is the bracket. From 25 till 40 or 45, this is your time. You do whatever you wish to. If you dream of something, do it. As it was being mentioned by Mana, ideas under shower or anywhere, let it be under apple tree, let it be Newton, whatever you wish to be. But get some idea in this time slot. This is the time, believe me for this, your contribution is must. And when we talk about youth, it is that segment which is the most enthusiastic, vibrant, innovative. They are the leaders of today. And when we talk about people like Mana, Bhava, and Priyanka, Shailesh, everybody, they don't have a parliament made for them to work. They are the leaders on their own. They must have thought of something. They must have got some idea with them. They just made sure that idea needs an implementation. They started with something. So you just need to start from scratch, from anywhere you wish to. And wherever you are, it is irrespective of place, space, and what sort of job you are doing, it has to come from you. And it's not a hidden fact that country's ability and potential for growth is determined by the youth of that country. And we are in that space, and we are in that era where youth has got a prominence. And when I say youth, it's about the people, those who are young with their ideas. It's your time, you have to come out, you have, what I always do, whenever I meet people there in schools or colleges, I just always visualize. Again, the thing which was being mentioned by Priyanka, because half of the speech she must have covered from my side, which I must have thought earlier, I'll tell you. Believe me for this, I'm a son of a professor. And even though the things were like, okay, even today if you'll ask me what I was supposed to do, I was supposed to do something else. But I was made engineer. Because everybody around me, I was a child who was born and brought up in a closed campus, Kurukshetra University. There were almost 20 children, those who were of my age group. and those who were above 80s, they were supposed to be engineers. And if in case if I would have opted for arts or something like this, so first thing I was not aware what I was supposed to do after that, because engineering was in it was hashtag engineering those days. That's how things were. So I was like, I can't compromise with the same. I am above 80, so I have to prove my worth. I will be an engineer only. Because I was not aware what I am supposed to do. But believe me for this, just close your eyes, sit for some time, and visualize where you want yourself to be after 10 years. What sort of office you visualize? You are working on field, you are working with people on ground, you are working with Hawa, or you are working with Manav. Just visualize. And you have to think where I am supposed to be. So these are the small things which I thought I must bring in your notice. Change has to come from you. And there are two prospects to it. One is via government, one is via society. And via government, we all know. People have been working, governments have been working since long. Now they have been working really actively. But now the change has to come from society, and we make the society. We as an individual make this society. So with this, I would like to conclude because there is some time constraint to it. We'll make sure I'll request Shailesh and Manav also in case it will get some more time to interact with people out there in fields and universities and colleges. We would really like to make sure you people move out and interact with those people. They just need some catalyst. They just need some spark. If you'll give that spark to them, I assure you you'll find a change. We just need to move to small institutions. I was with the governor of Rajasthan for some time. Believe me for this, the amount of work which is going on there on ground, it's amazing. I was there in Leh. You go and meet people, you'll find them to be really amazing the way they have been working. And it's not a rocket science, believe me for this. It's just go and interact, meet those people. What we are asking for is not that bad, it's not dirty. As we say, independence is a beautiful thing. So similarly, what change they are asking for, what we are asking for is a beautiful change. Believe me for this, we have amazing things to see, to learn from the people those who are working on ground. These forums are just to make sure the amount of people those who are sitting there, they should move out, because you are the brains and you need to convince people those who are unaware of these things. So with this, and I would lastly I would like to add, even if you are selfish, believe me for this, you are the first beneficiaries. And in case of some change will come, and it's not about change, it's not about development. Now it's for the sake of survival. Believe me for this. What we have been talking about earlier, smog, the issues which are going out there in Australia, it's something else. Believe me for this. We have been very optimistic that, and we are in the last decade of SDGs, and we need to do something regarding the same. And we have to do it really seriously. In the spirit, I wish you fruitful deliberation, and thank you all again to give me this platform to interact with you. And I thank you. Thank you.
As the youth of India, most of the organizations will specifically be with certain individuals or certain categories. We also have had an army official, who's major in rank, participating and voicing out also how soldiers who are at the borders could also contribute to SDGs. Thank you so much, Abhimanyu.
Those were some really enthralling words, sir. Your words were like, I was looking in a mirror and you were portraying my life in front of me. And yet you encouraged us and enriched us by your motivation to start from scratch.